What's good, y'all? It's King Message, y'all. Good to have y'all back. All right, today we're gonna talk about envy. All right, I'm gonna go to the Bible for my former reference, so y'all just follow along and ride with me. All right, 2 Samuel chapter 6, verse 14 through 22. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing now. You can read it later in your own Bible, but it talks about how David had led his troops into war, right? And they won the war. So now they're coming back into the city, and David's celebrating. David's doing his two-step before the Lord, praising God, got his hands in the air. David is celebrating and leading leading the people. It probably looked like something like a parade or something, right? David up there doing his thing, all right? And David is, sorry, my dog always want to get in my videos. David is having a great time, leading the praise and worship, coming back into the city and dancing before the Lord, right? And so people are celebrating. People are celebrating. He got the crowd hype, like looks almost like a parade or something, right? And so when David gets home, his wife Michal just tears David down, just tears him up, right? Talks about you look like a fool. You were dancing. The Bible said he danced out his clothes, right? And I'm sure it wasn't nothing crazy, right? He probably danced out of his. Maybe he had a shirt with an undershirt under it or something like that. Might have kicked his shoes off or something. And so David was dancing like he was into a praise. You ever go to church and you up in the front, let's say you just got a new job or you just got married or something, and you just giving it all you got. So David was doing his two-step. He probably had his hands in the air, and just celebrating his God, right? The Lord. So when he got home, like again, his wife was like giving it to him, belittling him, like talking about him, going in on him, but it was all because of envy. And the Bible says what? Wrath is cruel, anger is terrible, but who can stand before envy? You guys, envy is a vicious emotion. I mean, when David came home, his wife went in on him. Why? Because he got the people's attention. Who knows? Maybe some of the young ladies were like maybe attracted to David and, maybe talked about him or how impressed they were about him. And his own wife was envious. Some of you ever had your own family members envious of you, or your best friends, people you thought were like your brothers and sisters? Well, that's what David went through. You guys can look at a lot of these news stories where somebody winds up unalived, or these crazy situations between domestic disputes and all that. It's all due to envy. Now, sometimes with envious people, y'all, you can't control some people around you that may show envy. So I'm not saying just like get rid of people because they envious. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes it's your own husband. Sometimes it's your own wife, right? Sometimes it might be a family member, brother, sister. It might be a best friend that shows a little bit of envy here and there, but it's not a crazy amount, right? But when you have some people, what you call frenemies, you got to watch that. And you got to get those people away from you because envy is treacherous. And you want to know why a lot of times it's treacherous? I was watching a video clip one time and a person says, the reason why some people can't stand you, right? They can't stand your guts. You ain't done nothing to them. You might not even really know them like that. Maybe they just work at your job. They are envious and hateful of the way you are received when you walk into a room. The things people say about you, the great things the great ways people react to you, and just your reputation will make someone envious, right? Look at Cain. I call it the Cain and Abel syndrome. Cain was Abel's what? Brother. But Cain brought a bad sacrifice before the Lord. Abel brought a what? Good sacrifice before the Lord, right? So when you are at work and you giving it all you got, and you are on time, and you don't gossip, and you do good work, and people compliment you, and you're like a light to your company, people who have the Cain syndrome, that's what I call it. People who have the Cain syndrome, they're going to hate you. Not, what I'm saying? Not everybody's going to hate you. Some people going to love you. But those people who are running around with the Cain mentality, they going to hate you. So you have to stay away from those people. Get away from frenemies. Get them away from you. All right, y'all sliding and riding with King Messenger. Y'all can follow me on TikTok, King Messenger. Y'all can follow me on, Facebook. I got the Y'all Life Live, and I also got the Keys to the Crown on YouTube. All right, but yo, y'all be blessed, and I'm out.